Hello, welcome to Also Driven. I'm Jim, and Sean is in Anglesey for once. Anyway, I am at the Saratoga Auto Museum, and we're going to take a quick look around. It's not really my thing, but oh my god, the stuff here is so nice. So the building used to be a water bottling plant because this part of the world was rather famed for its spring waters, and they had like a big spa and thing here, and it's now like an arts center and the state park. So this building here is now the auto museum. It's quite small, but they have some really nice things, even though they're not my kind of stuff. So downstairs, they do a featured exhibition, and this time it is the evolution of performance. So we've got like a Ford GT and a Model T. But then over here, we've got some nice Mercedes, Gullwing, Classic. Then we've got a Lamborghini. Then we get some more interesting stuff. A beautiful Bugatti Atlantic Coupe. It's from the mid 1930s. This is just like everything else here. It's beautifully restored. And I like even inside. So let's see if we can kind of zoom in here. That is really nice. Beautiful car. Right, what else we got? Across the way, Packard, early 40s. Beautiful. Love it. I have to stop saying beautiful in these videos, but there's no other way to really describe it. I mean, even that radio in there, very, very stylish. We got a Ferrari something or other from the period of Ferraris that nobody really cares about. And then we have an F40. I think this is probably about the last time I actually gave a fiddlers about a Ferrari because I thought they were quite cool in a sort of like, top trumps type way. We have this, and we don't know what that is. So anybody knows what that is, do let us know. But it has leaf springs at the front. It's front engine. It's rear wheel drive. Very small wheels. Don't know. Not marked. Spyker, the Dutch company. This is kind of bonkers. So, engine in the back, air intake on the roof, vents in the front wings like some sort of dolphin, and then this huge radiator in the nose with the duct going over the top. These cars are always kind of famed for being a little bit mad inside. Yeah, it's mad inside. And then we have a modern Ferrari. This one is actually so modern. I've really lost interest in these things, as you probably know. It's not my thing on the channel, but that one actually plugs in and charges up. It's a plug-in hybrid. I'm gonna be really girly and go with, it's a nice color. That's basically the best thing I can say about that. Okay, we have an Auburn around the corner here. Early 30s. Absolutely stunning car. Again, beautifully restored. I mean, the detail on these cars is absolutely fantastic. I mean, even the leather inside, that is something else. That's a 1932 Auburn boat tail speedster. And obviously, if you look at the back of it, that kind of gives the game away of why it's called a boat tail. This is kind of super interesting because it's an Alfa, except for it's not an Alfa. So on the front, you have an Alfa Romeo badge, but on its little product description, see if we can zoom in. Probably can't see that, but it tells you it's a Dodge Viper. That's because that's what it is underneath. I think it's a Zagato. You can sort of see the double bump in the roof. Let's get around here. We'll have a nosy. Yes, 2010. Alfa Romeo T23 something by Zagato, but really, as I say, it's a styling exercise on top of a Dodge Viper. Take the word styling, and it's doing a lot of carrying there. A lot of carrying. Now, Germany. With these SL300 by 40k, sorry, talking nonsense, complete nonsense. Again, beautifully restored. I love how they restore the inside of these cars. I mean, even down to like, the Mercedes-Benz logo on the door bin. Quality of this stuff is amazing. Hi. One of those £1 million Porsches. yeah, not that fun. Yeah, the Ford GT. I always thought these were really interesting because of the fact that, like, Ford as a company, you know, makes small hatchbacks, but suddenly decided they were going to make supercars. I think this is the most visually interesting thing about it, with the radiators and the rear wheel arches. And then you've got like that actual like gap for the airflow, and then the moving spoiler on the back. I thought that was pretty cool. Do like that. Upstairs is a little bit different. This has kind of a New York theme going on, so these cars were either something to do with New York or were built in New York. So this Ford was from the World's Fair, which was held in New York in the 1930s. But if we go round, we have some micro cars that were built here. We have an amphicar, which was owned by one of the Vanderbilts. If you've ever been to the Lane Museum, you will have seen one of those. This is particularly bonkers. We don't really know the connection, but that is Al Capone's car. And it's actually unrestored. So everything there is original. And behind that glass divider, that is where Al Capone used to sit. But you can see that it's had a little bit of a hard life, but thankfully no bullet holes. Yes, the Playboy was a car that was made in New York by a startup company just after the war. Unfortunately, they only got to make 94 of them, so they're pretty rare, but I really would love to have seen a car called the Playboy here. So we got some New York race cars down here from the short circuit stuff. Interestingly, on this side, we have the Italian, now I'm going to try to pronounce this, Sistalia 202MN. Apparently a very famous car in Italian racing circles, but it's here because of its success in the New York racing circuits after the war. So that's pretty cool. Right, there we go now. Believe it or not, that is a Ford Pinto, which was a NASCAR car and then got converted to that, yeah, whatever that is. This is the foreign section. Again, these cars were really popular in racing circles in New York, so that's why they're here. So you've got a Maserati on this side and then an Allard on that side. I mean, one of the things we were noticing about these cars is they're so delicate, you know, to go racing with. Then on this side, we've got an Anglo-British Lola, which is running on a Mazda Wankel engine, and that's a Le Mans car. We have a Ferrari, which if I pin in there, that looks very much like a British number plate in there. But yeah, we've got a Ferrari Le Mans from back in the day. Again, beautifully restored. Beautiful condition, absolutely lovely. They got the engine open so you can see all the engine. I was going to get technical there, but I decided I'll not bother because I don't really know what I'm talking about. If it's anything more than 1.2 liters, I'm lost. Okay, so we got the Mercedes and a Lamborghini, which I'm not quite sure what their connection is to New York. I think it's just they're here. Do like the color schemes though. Bright cars always make me excited. And then finally, we have an unrestored Model T, which was pulled out of a barn. This is a 1912 model. And they pulled it out of a barn recently, and as I say, it's been on display in completely unrestored condition. And I think it's kind of fun. 15 million of these were made, and they basically didn't change the whole time in production. So I suppose it's that thing, if you do it right once, why change? Well, that pretty much sums it up. That could be me too. So that was a very quick look around the Saratoga Auto Museum. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully there'll be more videos soon, and we'll talk to you the next time I'm doing something really stupid. Bye!